I have something with me today that I brought with me. I brought it actually to one of the briefings. And inside of here is what's called a mite. It's the smallest amount of currency that was found in the first century. So this coin, in fact, I don't know if you can see it. You probably can't see it from where you are. This copper coin would have existed in the first century. This is an authentic one that would have existed in the first century. I got this in Israel, got the certificate for it, but it's what's called the widow's mite, the smallest currency. In fact, this would have been in circulation in Israel in the time period of Jesus Christ. 2,000 years old at least. And you can see it's also worn as well. But remember what Jesus Christ was saying, what was happening in that particular service in the synagogue. There were people that were coming in and they were offloading money for the offering. And many times, a lot of these people would use a lot of small currency because it sounded like a lot of money. And this is what the Pharisees and the hypocrites like to do. They like to put it in and show off. And then there's this woman that comes up. And all she has is this amount of currency. It's less than a day's wages. A denarii is a day's wages. This is like 1/64th of a day's wage. And she goes in there and she drops this little coin in the offering. And Jesus says, did you see that? Let me tell you something. That woman who just dropped that coin in has given more than everybody else today. What? That's the smallest amount. How is it that she has given more? Jesus Christ says, because the others gave based on what they had out of the riches, but she gave in her poverty. And so because she gave all that she had, she's actually given more. Doesn't God's economy is totally different than ours? Don't you see that? Totally different. God's economy is totally different than ours. We have a tendency to think it's the amount that matters. And Jesus comes along and says it's not so much the amount, it's the amount that you give in proportion to what you keep.